How's it going, guys? And welcome back to a new episode here with some pot limit Omaha content on my YouTube channel. Jumping straight into the action to tabling on GG Poker. And on table number 2, I start with a 3-bet ace king queen 9 double. Flop is jack 6-3. Kind of interesting flop. Gonna start with a bet. And on table number 1, 5-4-3-3 single will just be a fold, guys. If you like my content, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also check out PLOmastermind.com if you want to learn more about pot limit Omaha. I do believe that this first hand, the 3-bet pot on jack 6-3 rainbow, is right away interesting to dive a bit deeper into. Because I decided to bet full pot on this board, and if we take a look into this solution in PLO Trainer, then we do actually see small blind against the button that if we use a 1 bet size strategy, where the preferred sizing is full pot, we can bet 87% of the time. So we can bet very, very often on this board, and that is because this board is so disconnected and dry that my 3-betting range will perform quite well, especially in terms of equity. Like, I have a ton of overpairs and 1-pair hands that will have enough equity to bet and stack off, but that don't necessarily play amazing on turns and rivers. And therefore, what I like to do is to bet full pot to lower the SPR as much as possible and make life for myself as easy as possible going to the turn. So we're potting. And if we take a look into ace king queen 9, which was the hand that I was holding, then we are supposed to bet full pot if we have 2 backdoor flush draws or 1 backdoor flush draw. So if I filter for BDFD2, which is the filter for 2 backdoor flush draws, then we can see that we're always betting. If we have a 1 backdoor flush draw, then we can see that we are also always betting. And if we have no backdoor flush draw, then we are actually checking in order to check fold. So the backdoor flush draw is important. And that is because if we bet and get called, we want to have some turns where we do pick up equity and therefore that we can stack off on the turn if we don't improve to a pair. Now, if we do bet and my opponent decides to get the money, and then ace king queen 9 is one of those hands in our 3-betting range that we're actually bet folding. It feels a bit uncomfortable to bet full pot, invest so much money, and then having to fold against a raise. But in the end, that's the way this situation plays out. We need to find some bluffs in our potting range. And therefore, we are c-betting some complete misses, like my specific hand. But in case my opponent raises, we will have to fold. Let's get into it. Another session. Hopefully a successful one. Let me know, guys. How have things been for you recently? Have you been playing a lot? Have you been winning? Open raising ace king 8-3 single in the meantime. And we flop not much, but we have the king of spades. Pretty close, pretty close. I'm gonna check actually. And on table number 1, I do face the 3-bet. Interesting. I'm going to go for a 4-bet. Ace jack 10-8. And unfortunately, that's a pretty bad flop. Table number 1, 2. Check. Ace king. Probably not good. It is good. Okay. Nice. Table number 1, unfortunately, checking. And then we will have to fold against a pot size bet. Against Vogel Vang. And look at this beautiful hand. Ace, ace, king, queen, double suited, guys. What a beautiful start of the session. What a beautiful start. Queen, jack, 6-5 in the big blind. Checking on queen 10 deuce. Interesting turn. Turning a gutter. I'm gonna bet it. We do get called pretty quickly. We miss flush draw. example, straight draw. Queen Jack, huh? Queen Jack. I think I'm gonna call. 8-8. Look at this. He decides to call with 8-8-6 deuce on the turn. And on table number 2, I face a squeeze, and we have ace, ace, king, queen. So this will be a 4-bet again against the same guy, Vogel Vang. Not super happy on this flop, but we will have to get it in. We're up against a super wrap. That is it, unfortunately. That is it. My opponent hits the turn, and we are dead. 10-9-8-6 single. In the meantime, table number 1, flopping top pair, top kicker. We actually have a straight. So I'm gonna check. We are 4-way. And we turn the nut flush draw as well. So I'm gonna call. I mean, it's possible that we still have the best hand, actually, given the sizing. I mean, we definitely have the best hand now. Let's see if this guy can bet. Okay. River. What do we do? What sizing? Pot? Pot. I think I will go for the pot bet. Snap call. Beautiful. We do get called by the jack high spades. Nice. Okay, a couple of 4-bet pots already in the start of this session. Unfortunately, losing both of them, but it is what it is. Opening king, king, queen, 3 single. Short stack player on my left. I was planning to check raise against this guy. But unfortunately, I'm gonna bet the turn now. And open raising king, jack, 10-7. Okay. Ace, 8-7 deuce. How often is this guy 3-betting? Almost never, 1%. So that's a reason for me to do this. We do take it down on the flop. Nice. Pocket aces. Pocket aces in the big blind. And king, jack, 10-4. Table number 2, pretty close. I think it's a fold with the 10-eye suit only. And a squeeze on table number 1, of course. Let's go. We have a ace of clubs with the open ender. I'm gonna check. Let's see. So he pots the turn. Gonna call. It's pretty bad bluff catcher, I would say. calling 7, 8. I mean, gonna let it go. The ace of clubs is also not that great to use as a bluff catcher. Basically blocking some of my opponent's misdraws. Ace is jack 8. And bottom set on table number 2. My opponent snap folds. Table number 1, just gonna check. And unfortunately got a fold against a pot size turn. And we open ace king 3 in the meantime. Couple of nice hands so far in the session. Can't complain. Betting on the right. Interesting turn. I think usually a check. We bet on table number 2. And we take it down with aces on the left side. Queen 10, 9, 7, huh? Yeah, happy I check back the turn because he probably was planning to check raise there. Table number 1. I'm gonna fold with a couple of loose players on my left with a hand that cannot call a 3-bet. Ace king 8-4, raising it up. And I will defend against the early position raise. Pair and a gutter. Gonna check call. That is the deuce. Nah. I mean, he wouldn't have called with that hand anyway. Ace 9, 7, 3 double. Flatting on the button. Well, gonna be more costly. Gonna make the call. Not super happy. But we will see a turn. That's the good news. We have a double gutter. Let's do a 6 or deuce. Ooh, nice. And on table number 1. Table number 1. Damn it. What do we do? Bet? I think I will call. Not super happy. Beautiful. He does have 8-7. Okay, but I don't think that matters too much. So we win the big pot, which is nice. Ah, we I now see it. Damn. River 8. Beautiful. And open raising Queen Jack 10, 7. And we do take it down. That was a surprising river. Very happy with it. Guy just bluffing. Ace, ace, queen 8. Thank you for that. Jack 5, 3 deuce double. Too weak. And ace 6, 4 deuce. Also a bit too weak from middle position. And I will defend this one. Checking the flop. This will be a fold. Queen, Jack, Jack 9. Raising it up. I will call a 3-bet against this player if he does do it. And I will also defend on the right. Ace Jack 10 5. Bit tricky maybe. And a fold on the left. Then 8 6 5 single, check, fold. 8 on the river. 8 on the river. Gonna pot it. And my opponent makes the fold. Nice. A limp. No reason to raise, I would say. Jack 8 8 4. But I will bet the flop. We take it down. 7 6 5 3 single, I think, is a raise on the button. Let's have a look into PLO Trainer and see if this hand is actually a pre-flop raise. And also, what can we learn from unpaired single-suited rundowns on the button? So on the button, we are supposed to raise 49.3% at 100 big blinds. If I open up the categories and focus on unpaired single-suited hands, like this is a very important hand class, guys, because so many hands in your pre-flop range are part of it. Over 50% of all the hands are part of this hand class, and we are raising 42%. If I open this one up, then we see that if you have a suited ace, you are raising 89%, and if you have an off-suited ace, 73%. So the ace is a good asset to have because you are blocking your opponent's 3-betting range in a way. So therefore, the frequencies there are the highest. If I look into the connected category, 46% raises, and my hand does fall into the rundowns, 79%. So let's open this one up and see if there's anything that we can learn here. So on the top right, we have the strongest variations, of course, all being a raise. And then I'm going to scroll down, and I want you guys to look into the EV, and the EV is going to drop down the further I scroll down, basically. In other words, we are looking at weaker combinations that we are raising with. And here we are looking at the weakest variations, like 8 6 5 4 triple suited or 7 6 5 3 single suited. So my hand isn't open in theory, but it is part of our weakest open raises, basically. On the left side, is there anything surprising of the hands that we are folding? I don't really. I mean, maybe a hand like 9 8 7 5 triple suited is a fold. I can see myself opening that hand every now and then. 7 5 4 3, similar story. 8 7 6 4 could also be an open every now and then, I think. So pay attention to especially like these low triple suited rundowns. Basically, they are folded on the button, and don't make the mistake to open raise these. Queen, King, Queen, Jack 8. I think it's a fold. I think it's actually a fold. Especially with a guy like this. Damn it, bad. Okay, so this was... I'm actually just gonna fold it now. I think it's pre-flop already, a fold. King 10, 7, 5, double on the right. We are super deep. I think it's a bit too marginal. And I misclick on table number 1. I thought I was open raising, but my opponent makes a fold. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then for 4. I think we just have to fold. What a turn. What a turn. Whatever. Pocket jacks. On the left, I'm gonna start with a call. Not flush draw. This player seems to be pretty tight so far. We do turn the backdoor flush draw as well. A bit scary that he keeps firing. Bit scary. Gonna make another call. I mean, I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna give it up. Queen Jack 10-7. He had it all. He had it all. Nice. Ace 8-7 on the right. 3-betting. Not a great hand. Bet folding the flop. But luckily my opponent does the folding part. And on the right, or on the left side, flop top 2 pair. Gonna start with a bet. Turn is the 6. Keep betting. Small now. Reverse the queen. Bet small again. King, queen. Against the king. Nice. Sort of a block bet. 3-betting. In the meantime. Queen 6-3 is not a good board. I mean, it's not the worst board actually. I think I'll still go for a check. Okay. Easy decision. And on the left, this is pretty interesting stuff. Actually gonna bet small. Okay, the flush comes in. The flush comes in. We gotta check now. Pretty interesting. We do have the 8. Can we get to showdown? Check. Do it. Nice. Nice. We win. Beautiful. Wonder why he checks there on the turn. With the ace of heart. Table number 2. Flop goes check, check. Turn he bets. River he bets small. Like we now have, I mean, we're repping 10-8, which he probably bets larger, but he could also like have 8-5 now. I mean, what can he have? Diamonds missed. Diamonds missed. He did pot the turn. I think I'm gonna fold. And on the left, opening aces in the meantime, which we take down pre-flop. Ace Jack 10-7. Just gonna flat this one. And I will call on the right. We're super deep with the player in the cutoff in position, which is pretty good. And on the left, I'm going to take a stab, top pair, top kicker, and a club. Turn is the 7. Kind of interesting. You will have some 9-8. You will also have some clubs, some over pairs. Pretty close, I think, between bet and check. Not a great river. I'm going to check now. King 9 deuce. Against 2 pair. Nice. He probably would have called the turn bet there. King Jack 5-4 will be a fold. Very nice hand on table number 2. Taking it down. Double suited aces. Feel like today I have a lot of aces somehow. I don't know. I mean, look at this one. Check. There is the 7. 4-6 gets there. We block for deuce. My opponent bets somewhat large. Gonna call. And call down on the river. King Jack 8-7 on the left. Is this an open? Really? Ah, I love my videos. What do we do on the river? Spades, miss. I'm gonna pot it. Thank you for the kind words, if you're watching, and good luck. Ace King Queen Deuce will be a... I'm gonna fold this one. All these players have a VPIP of about 30. This will be a fold. Taking some time to give people a color, so it becomes a bit easier to make pre-flop decisions, and of course, will also help post-flop, of course. But I like the color coding, especially for pre-flop. Pocket aces. Let's do it. And pocket aces again. Let's see. Ooh, 1-3 bet. 1-3 bet we get there. This guy played 4,800 hands so far today. That is sick. Coming in for the 4-bet. My opponent folds. Okay. And on the ace high board, I will just check. And I'm gonna check call. I will also check call the turn. My opponent min raises under the gun, bets small on the flop. Bets pretty quickly. The thing is, will he ever checks, of course. Ooh, look at that. Bluffing with the 5 of hearts. Okay, okay, okay. Interesting. Nice. Some aggression. Table number 1. I mean, complete whiff. Actually gonna give up, sort of. Check the turn as well. So they check, flop, turn. I think I have to bet the river. I will have some queen X in my range. Let's see if it works. I do imagine they will bet the queen themselves. Nice. We take it down. Okay, okay. Sorry, guys, making some notes. So maybe a little bit less talking so far today. King, queen, jack, 9. I will just call with the big blind in there. I don't mind to get in. Jack 4-4. I will bet the turn. King Jack. Jack river. Diamonds. Ooh, straight. Okay, okay. Open raising 8844 single. Pretty deep with that guy. Let's see if he can call or that he will fold. He does call. I will bet on this flop if he checks. Three. Very interesting. Ace on the river. Nice. We do take it down. I think I have to bet the river there. Jack 9-5-4 against a min raise. I mean, if you flop this, then I'm gonna snap jack back. I'm gonna min raise the turn. Oh, look at this, guys. Look at this. I mean, let's get it in. Beautiful. Ace jack 6-4. Nice. That was a fun hand. That was a fun hand, guys. Jack 7-6-5. Interesting hand. Do we want to 3-bet this one sometimes? It is pretty disconnected. Not sure if this is a 3-bet actually. This guy is also pretty tight. I do want to play it, I think. mark this hand. Check one more time. Let's see if he gonna do anything. Table number 2, easy defend pre-flop. And on a flop against a pot size bet, I will let it go. River, river. What sizing should we use? What sizing should we use? Just gonna go for half pot. Make it look like a cheap bluff. Unfortunately, he folds. Couple of short stack players on my left here. Okay, bet fold. It is what it is. A bet on table number 1. Beautiful hand. Top pair. Not flush draw. Gutter. Club on the turn. And a lead out. Beautiful. I think just calling is the play. Or maybe raise small. Let's see. Ooh, he does call. Nice. Now we can get it in on the river. That is better. There we go. Call. Let's do it. I will defend on table number 2 because this guy seems to be pretty loose. 47 VPIP. Beautiful. We do get called. I mean, what can he do? What can he do? Table number 2 is interesting. Should I check raise? Should I check raise? I don't think so. It's a weird double barrel. Like, why would you use this sizing? I mean, I'm just gonna call. Yeah. King, queen, 10, 4. Okay. I mean, I don't think this guy will fold, to be honest, if I lead out the river. Six, six, deuce, deuce. I mean, this guy's very short. Let's just fold it. 10, 10, 8, 8. Super deep. Could be interesting. 3 betting. Small blind against the button. Could be a big pot. Oh, first call. Wow. Top set. Blocking the straight. That is sick. We check raise. I mean, I think we do have to bet. I think we do have to bet. So many draws are out there. Let's see, guys. Could be a big pot. Captain Mana. Bet the turn. I mean, the 8s are so crucial, I think. Hearts are out there. Ton of open-end straight draws. Oh my god, look at this. Really? Min raise. I mean, what the... I think I'll just get it in. 10, 10, 8, 8. I mean, we block Jack 8 and 8, 6. He min raises, which is also weird on such a draw heavy board. He's in the tank. Ah, beautiful. I mean, yeah, I would think this is a pretty good result. Nice. Big pot, big pot. Top set, blocking the straight. The min raise, I mean, why would you min raise on that board on the turn? It doesn't look very credible also. But the board is so draw heavy, like I don't want to call and then be out of position on all those not changing rivers. So I think jamming is the play. Pretty interesting. Look at this. Yeah, min raise. Jack 8, like, I mean, why would you raise Jack 8 min on that turn? Got a fold on table number 2. Out of position against all these players. We do got some good stacks, by the way. Very nice. Ace King King 5. Same player as we just played against. Gonna 3-bet. Nice. Small bet. Small bet works. Idea was bet small. Hope to not get raised. If we raise, we get fold. But sort of buy a cheap turn. And also keep his range wide. And create some fold equity. And that worked. I think the very small bet is kind of interesting. A lot of players probably will overfold against it. Or don't raise enough. King, Queen, 10, 6. Gonna raise it up. Against this guy, let's give him a color. Let's give this guy a color. Top 2 pair. Bet it. I will also bet the turn. Folding on table number 1. Let's see. We don't want to get raised on the turn. We don't want to get raised. Like, really? I mean, what the fuck? King 10. Like, does he have 5, 5? 3, 3? I mean, I can't fold, right? King 10. Okay. Phew. Jeez. That's scary. That was scary. I was seriously considering to not get it in. But can we? I don't know. We take it down on table number 1 with the 50-cent bet on the river. But yeah, bear top 2 pair on a super draw heavy board. When the money goes in PLO, guys, it's not great news. That's also why bear top 2 pair is not that uncommon to check it back, actually. Either on the flop or on the turn. I think also in this spot, like, I mean, betting is fine, of course, but like checking is not Not a disaster, I think. King, king, 10, 9, rainbow. Let's call. Let's call. Very quick bet. Gonna let it go. Loose open on table number 1. But we do take it down. Queen, 10, 9 double. Open raising under the gun. We do get a call. Very deep. Very deep. Plays a ton of hands. Start with a check. Pretty large bet. Pretty large bet. I mean, just gonna fold. Like, you could easily have 8x. You could have a better flush draw. You could even have a better pair. And we have a player behind me. I'm gonna take a look into the hand though. Let's see what he shows up with. So he bets flop for 3/4 pot. Okay, we would have rivered a straight. Check, check. Let's see. 10, 8, 6. So he has the 8. This guy has complete shit, basically. But this guy also pretty loose call there on the button. Pretty wide call, I think. Flop a 4. Nice. We got 3-way. Start with a bet. We unblock spades. We unblock jack X. And we have this guy in the mix who apparently likes to call. So let's value bet large again. King 4. Beautiful river. Betting river. Table number 1, 2. X, 7, 4. I think I will pot it. And that's gonna be it for this session, guys. Hope you did enjoy it. If you do so, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also check out PLOmastermind.com if you want to learn more about pot limit Omaha. And yeah, pretty happy with this session. 2 big stacks. And I wish you guys also all the best for your next session, guys. Catch you in the next one.